They'll never understand this. The government has interfered to the point where we have this monstrosity of people rather giving incentives to stay home. You have restaurants begging for people. McDonald's in Florida paying you $50 just to show up and apply. It's amusing to watch these liberals all of a sudden defend private property, private companies when it comes to Facebook. Facebook, as you know, has made a decision to permanently ban Donald Trump, and then they set up some sort of cockamamie 20 public intellectual panel to examine their decision and to make recommendations. The recommendations weren't binding, so it didn't make a damn bit of difference what they said. And what they did was punt and say that Facebook, you should revisit this in 6 months because it really isn't fair to ban him permanently. And I watch a lot of CNN and MSNBC, as you guys know, so you don't have to. And over again, they're saying things like, it's a private company. It's a privately owned company. It's a privately owned company. Like, since when have you given a damn? In 1964, when the Civil Rights Act passed, you know who was against it? The Republican standard bearer, Republican who ran for president at the time, Barry Goldwater. He opposed it. Not because he was a racist, but because he was a small L libertarian, as am I, and he felt that the federal government ought not tell a private business how they ought to conduct their private business, who they should serve, who they should not serve. And if a company is so stupid as to not serve somebody because they're black, the majority of right-minded people will punish that restaurant by not patronizing it. That was his philosophy, and that's mine. But people on the left have no problem whatsoever mandating that Jack Phillips bake a cake for a gay wedding. No problem at all. No problem mandating that a restaurant where everybody likes to smoke after they've had a drink can't smoke. That's a violation of the civil code. No problem with George Herbert Walker Bush passing the Americans with Disabilities Act requiring private businesses to make things wheelchair accessible. No problem telling airlines whether they can allow people to smoke inside their planes. Since when has the left given a damn about respecting private property until it comes to something like this? What phonies, what frauds? No problem mandating a minimum wage. No problem mandating overtime requirements. No problem mandating when somebody is labor versus management. Go on and on and on. OSHA. As if employers have an incentive to kill their employees. I saw a graph years ago of workplace accidents before there was an OSHA. And they were going down. OSHA comes along, and they're still going down. But the pace at which they were going down is not any steeper. In fact, it might be even less steep. No problem taking money out of somebody's paycheck and supposedly setting it aside for Social Security. Since when have you guys on the left given a damn about private property? I mean, honestly.